I'm not normally nervous or really distraught when I come out here. I'm always usually kind of happy, just looking forward to a great night of music. But I got to tell you tonight, I think we all have a little something going on in our stomach tonight, because this is a big night, and you are part of history. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Switch Band!
Switch originally started in 1974 on an idea to become a full Beatles tribute band. We did a showcase at the Three Coins on a Monday night, assembled all the club owners in Buffalo to see the show. We did costume changes from the early Beatles right up through the end, and so it began.
In 1976, I was at UB in their music department, and my classmates were Jay Beckenstein from Spyro Gyra and Jim Kurtzdorfer. And we would all gather in the lounge area, and those guys were just amazing jazz musicians. And they were playing at a place called the Tralfamadore, which was at that time on Main near Jefferson. We were doing all the club work, all the pop clubs. Well, a few years later, the Trelf moved downtown, and now I'm with the Switch Band, and John says, I think we should book ourselves into the Trelf. And my first reaction was, gee, every act that goes in there is a jazz act. I said, here we are doing the Beatles songs. I says, I don't know how that's going to go over. Well, good old Johnny here booked us there, and we sold out 2 nights in a row our first time there. So we had full capacity crowd both Friday and Saturday night. It was amazing. Biggest crowd they ever had. I remember the first night there, John goes up to the management and said, gee, where's the dance floor area? And they looked at us and go, dance floor area? We've never had dancers in here. Well, we showed them that night. Huh?
Yeah. Cleared some tables out, and because people love to dance. We just try to create that party atmosphere. It's always kind of been our thing to make that connection to the audience. As the story goes, Switch kind of branched out beyond the Beatles. We had a lot of Beatle fans in the day, but people that just loved music, 60s, 70s, 80s. So we began to do some old Chicago and Blood, Sweat, and Tears, J.J. Jackson, a little bit of Motown, just to try to please everyone.
We were all gathered around one day, and we were talking about a project for many years as the Switch Band. We never had a record to pass out to anybody, so we decided to pool our ideas together and go into the studio. And it was kind of to capture what Switch was known for and what we did for all the years. And it was at that point where I know I was pushing John and Steve and said, here's the time for us to start writing some songs. So we came down John's basement and said, we're going to write songs for this specific project, and we did, and I think it came out great.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful experience doing that.
Yeah, the process is very interesting and different for everyone, and I had never really had a strong desire to do it. Tom has written literally hundreds of songs, but it's kind of fascinating as to what really is inside of you. When you begin to write, things come out.
Life goes on day after day, till the moment you stepped away, then suddenly I realized realize it's over. Who is it that my eyes see? Is it him or is it me? As I become my father's son, will bring you peace of mind, pretty girls. This kinda hard to find, pretty girls.
I had the incredible opportunity to meet Paul McCartney a couple years ago. And my whole life I thought about what I would say when I met Paul McCartney, who is probably 80% of what I am as a musician. And I described to him how grateful I was for the music that he provided and that he gave, not just to the world, but to me. And I must have struck a nerve with him because he looked at me and he said he was a little bit blown away at how grateful I was for the music. And he asked me to hug him. He said, "John, come on over here and give me a hug." And he could tell how much the music meant to me. And the older I get, the more I realize what a gift it is to do what we do and to be able to entertain people and to make people happy and have people forget for a couple of hours their worries and their troubles and their finances. It's the greatest gift in the world, and I would not, at the end of my life, feel that I didn't use the gift to the fullest potential.
And folks, think about the hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars this group has helped raise with all their charitable giving. Unbelievable.
We're constantly searching for what it is that is our calling or what we're supposed to do, and I can say honestly that those nights of driving home from a concert for cancer or a night for Ned or a concert for hope for the Katrina victims, it's an overwhelming feeling and almost like a religious feeling of this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And you do it for free. You don't get paid.
If I was in LA, California dreaming on such a winter's day, stopped into a church, I passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees, and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher likes the cold. He knows I'm gonna stay. California dreaming on such a winter's day. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. If I didn't tell her I could leave today.